In the dark symphony of the cosmos, Voyager 1 sails alone, an emissary from a pale blue dot. Launched in 1977, it was never built to dream, yet it became a bearer of humanity's hope, our whisper to the stars. Its golden record carries greetings in 55 languages, music from Earth, and the etched pulse of a distant species reaching for eternity. For over 4 decades, Voyager 1 has drifted beyond planets, moons, and the orbit of light itself, into a region no spacecraft had ever touched. It crossed the heliopause, the outer breath of the Sun, entering the interstellar sea where solar winds fade and the galaxy begins. In that unfathomable silence, it detected something unexpected, an anomaly, a strange, low-frequency hum. Constant. Eerie. Not of Earth. Not of any star we know. The sound didn't match solar particles nor galactic background noise. It echoed like a slow heartbeat in the void. Some scientists called it plasma oscillation, but others, quietly, wondered if it was more. What if this wasn't just physics? What if this was a signal? Voyager's instruments, ancient by modern standards, still whispered back data, fragments of a language we don't fully understand. A subtle shift in magnetic fields, a fluctuation in the energy density of space, patterns too orderly to be chaos, yet too alien to decode. Was it a glitch? A cosmic coincidence? Or had Voyager brushed against something vast and unseen? Some theorists spoke in hushed tones about topological defects in the fabric of spacetime. Others speculated about dark plasma, an invisible medium, perhaps intelligent, laced between galaxies. And some, on the fringe, whispered of a boundary not just of matter, but of mind. A membrane between realities. Voyager may have touched the skin of a greater consciousness, or perhaps just the tremors of another universe brushing against ours. But the spacecraft did not falter. It continued forward, silent, steady, timeless. There is no one to correct its path now. It drifts, blind and immortal, carrying Earth's dreams into the ocean between stars. And still, that strange hum persists. Faint. Rhythmic. Unyielding. We listen. We wait. And in that waiting, we wonder, have we been heard? Or, are we being watched? Light years from the Sun, Voyager 1 is now no longer just a machine. It is a witness. A lone traveler drifting through an abyss where even starlight is old by the time it arrives. Beyond the reach of planetary gravity, beyond the echo of any human voice, it has entered a realm untouched by time as we know it. Out here, the universe does not behave as expected. Cosmic rays pulse in erratic rhythms. Magnetic fields bend without visible cause. Darkness itself seems to shimmer, as if hiding something just beneath the surface. In 2024, a fluctuation in Voyager's plasma wave instrument caught attention. Not just a hum this time, but a modulating signal. Something that shifted in frequency, as though responding. Mathematicians tried to decode it. The pattern resembled prime number intervals, an ancient marker of intelligence. Not random. Not noise. As if the void itself was tapping back. NASA released no public statement. But insiders leaked whispers. Something out there is not only present, it's aware. Debates ignited in silent halls of astrophysics. What could communicate through the vacuum of interstellar space? A quantum resonance echo? A collapsed Dyson structure? A remnant intelligence preserved in field vibrations? Or was Voyager simply picking up the voice of the universe speaking in a dialect older than matter? One scientist, off the record, compared the signal to a cosmic sonar. Not broadcasting, but scanning. As if something was mapping Voyager. Measuring it. Analyzing. And perhaps, remembering. What if the hum is not new? What if the signal faded? Then returned, stronger. Not a random burst, but a pulse. A rhythm that matched Voyager's velocity as if syncing to its motion. Across control rooms dimly lit by screens, a sense of awe and dread grew. Voyager was no longer just listening. It was being watched. And then, an anomaly. The onboard magnetometer registered a sudden drop. As if something enormous had passed nearby, but unseen. No comet. No asteroid. No gravity well detectable. Just absence. A void moving within a void. Telemetry grew erratic. Not corrupted, but filtered. Certain bands of data were vanishing, as if edited before they even arrived. And then, for 47 seconds, total silence. A machine engineered to endure the infinite had simply gone quiet. But when the signal resumed, it was different. Time-stamped packets began arriving in reverse order. Like memories unspooling backward. Inside the stream, strange spatial patterns. Spirals embedded within spirals. Coordinates that did not align with any known sector of space. A hidden map? Or a signature? Quantum physicists began whispering a term, the entangled echo. A hypothesis once dismissed as fantasy, that space might contain memory, and memory might reach back. Perhaps Voyager had crossed not just a distance, but a threshold. A place where information doesn't just travel, it accumulates. Builds. Waits. Something, somewhere, had been listening long before we ever spoke. A silent architect, or a sentinel beyond stars, curious of a metal fragment launched by a young, restless species. And now, the probe drifts forward, toward a faint curvature in space itself. Not a black hole. Not a wormhole. But a soft fold, as if the fabric of reality had been slightly pinched. Inside it, no light escapes. No signal echoes. Just a perfect silence more profound than death. Voyager, slow and obedient, enters the curve. We do not know what lies beyond. Not yet. But as scientists prepare new deep space receivers, one phrase appears across their notes again and again. Prepare for return data not from space, but from time, silence. Not the absence of sound, but the presence of something deeper. Something ancient. Something watching back. Inside the fold, time was no longer straight. Voyager floated in a realm where seconds stretched like centuries and light forgot how to behave. No stars. No void. Just layers, like translucent veils, each one humming with memory. The sensors on Voyager began recording anomalies that had no category. Magnetic pulses shaped like spirals. Radiation signatures that mapped the Fibonacci sequence. Fields that felt emotional, as if space had moods. Then, a pulse. Not from outside, but from within the probe itself. Something was activating. The golden record, silent for decades, vibrated. Its grooves began to shimmer faintly, like it was responding to an echo not from Earth, but from itself. Suddenly, the transmission returned. But not from Voyager. It was Voyager, in reverse. A perfect mirror signal. Every byte, every pulse, flipped, translated, and sent back before it was ever sent forward. Physicists on Earth panicked. How can we be receiving something, before we transmitted it? Then came images. Not from Voyager's camera, but from somewhere deeper. Inside memory. Inside machine. An image of Earth. Not current, not past. But possible. The continents shaped strangely. Familiar coastlines but shifted. Oceans deeper, skies darker, cities dim. Then, faces. Not human. But not alien. Instead, variations. As if something had taken the DNA